Obesity in America. Americans are gaining more and more weight every year. It is estimated that as many as 1 in 5 Americans is obese, a condition defined as being more than 30% above the ideal weight based on height. Even more alarming is the fact that obesity rates for children have doubled over the past 20 years, and overweight children are being diagnosed with obesity-related diseases such as diabetes and respiratory illnesses that in the past have only afflicted adults. Obesity is a condition in which excess body fat has accumulated to such an extent that health may be negatively affected. Excessive body weight is associated with various diseases, particularly diabetes, certain types of cancer, and cardiovascular diseases. As a result, obesity has been found to reduce life expectancy. The primary treatment for obesity is dieting and physical exercise. If this happens to fail, anti-obesity drugs, and in severe cases, surgery can be tried. As the healthcare costs of treating obesity-related diseases mount, some are looking to place the blame on increasing obesity rates on fast food. Facing fierce competition for customer loyalty, fast food chains such as McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's have promoted their oversized burgers, extra-large fries, and buckets of soda, all at low prices. Alice Julier, author of The Political Economy of Obesity, stated that the food industry creates 3 times as many food products as we as a society need, and spends billions of dollars selling endless variety and constructing new needs where none existed before. In American culture, food is everywhere, 24 hours a day. Busy and cash-strapped families increasingly rely on takeout food for family dinners, and regular consumption of oversized portions of fatty foods can lead to widespread obesity. Alice Julier also stated that in 1950, obesity was used to fill social and economic and individual needs. It was a representation of society. In the 17th century, obesity was a status symbol in Renaissance culture. Here's a picture of Venus of Willendorf, known as the Woman of Willendorf. The woman here is not a realistic picture, but rather an idealization of a female figure. When Googled, it has a tie with obesity and how women were idolized in 24,000 BCE. Here's another picture of Tuscan general Alessandro del Boro in 1645. We can see how obesity played a major role in social status. In many parts of Africa, obesity is still seen as a sign of wealth and well-being. This has become particularly common since the HIV epidemic began. Here in America, obesity is viewed as a flaw, but for some people, it is also a wake-up call. Patrick D. Doyle of Nebraska was one of the heaviest people in the world. He was the subject of the documentary Half-Ton Man on NBC's Body Shock series. Doyle is a former restaurant manager. At one point, he had not left his house, or even his bed, in 7 years. At his peak, he weighed 1,072 pounds. At the time, the only scale that could be used to weigh him was a livestock scale. Soon, he was experiencing anxiety attacks and even became very difficult for him to breathe. For him to leave his own bedroom, a wall had to be cut out from his home. In 2004, he was rushed to a South Dakota hospital in an ambulance with extra-wide doors and a ramp system that had to be dispatched from Denver. Gastric bypass surgery was thought to be his best chance for permanent weight loss. After 12 months, Patrick lost 572 pounds. After leaving the hospital, Patrick even lost 374 pounds, a notable 702-pound loss. To Patrick Doyle, this small moment is huge. I look more like a human now. I can even feel my ribs, said Patrick when he lost the 572 pounds in just a year. In England, almost a quarter of primary school children, ages 4 to 5, either overweight or obese, according to the latest data from NHS Information Center. Change for Life, a health campaign targeting obesity, will feature shock value advertising of oozing fat or clogged up arteries, aimed at parents who do not realize how overweight they and their children are. Campaigners have also called on a ban for junk food advertising before 9 p.m. What do we do now? Obesity is not a laughing matter. It is killing individuals, making it harder for people to live normally and adding harmful side effects to their life. Rosie Weezer from Montreal, Canada, spoke out to Time magazine this past summer on an efficient way we could stop this epidemic. I think that society and individuals need to support each other in this quest. Taxing high-fat foods is a good idea, and more education on the benefits of a healthy diet is recommended. Also, I think there is a spiritual and psychological component to overeating. We need to learn to deal with anxiety, stress, and boredom in ways more constructive than turning to food. Susan Stafford also wrote to Time magazine with another idea. The way to reduce obesity is this: mandatory running period every day. In kindergarten, all the way through high school, recess and gym were allotted to children to exercise every day. However, when some students hit high school, they didn't feel the need to exercise anymore. The government wants tough soldiers, and the media craves superstar athletes and hot bodies, and we see this all the time from television. So continue to stay fit throughout your life, said Susan. Some doctors say obesity is genetic, some say it is laziness. Whatever it is, it needs our help.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.